I'm Max Beatty, and I've been an engineer at Ecosystem since 2009. In 2015, we've got a job at the Delphi University on Long Island, New York. The project was to modernize equipment, generate savings, and add resiliency to the campus with the cogeneration. We had to demolish 2 enormous old boilers, which dated back to World War II, and then install 4 new ones, in addition to the cogen. The university didn't want to locate the cogen on campus. They wanted to preserve the peace and quiet natural beauty for the students. So we came up with the idea of putting all the equipment in the boiler room. We've presented that to the contractors, and they all said, "Your project is impossible." So we had to find a better solution. Simon Lessard asked me if we could convince the university to install the cogen outside. And I said, we can do it. We have to respond to what the client wants. It was a complex challenge, but at Ecosystem, we're driven by complexity. Simon and I cut up a bunch of cardboard rectangles, which represented the footprint of all the equipment, and we worked on fitting them on the layout of the boiler room. It's funny, because when I was a kid, I was the Tetris king. And playing Tetris, you have to think fast, to be agile, to anticipate what's coming next. You have to constantly analyze what you're doing, because one mistake now can be really costly in the future, like in engineering. So one part of the solution was to combine equipment. Then we built a mezzanine to increase the available footprint in the boiler room. So when we talk about eliminating inefficiencies, for me, that means simplifying things, keeping just what's essential. It helps me to understand a solution better, and it's easier to explain it to a client or a contractor. I do the same thing with my RFPs. If I can cut 10 pages down to 4, I'm really happy. And when contractors understand my projects better, they provide better service and pricing. In the Adelphi boiler room, there had already been 3 renovations since the 1930s. There was an incredible amount of piping and ductwork, which was taking up a lot of room. So we got rid of everything that was no longer useful, that helped us to fit everything in. In the end, we preserved the appearance of the campus, and we also created a perfectly functioning boiler room. The project benefited from ecosystem guarantees, including $2.5 million in incentive and annual savings of $1.6 million. I eliminate inefficiencies in my own way. We're driven by complexity, maybe because we know how to overcome it and to succeed at something that seemed impossible at the start.